Patriots Nation. The vibe in Foxborough hits different today. There's a major change in Drake May's blindside protection, a possible surgical move to boost the pass rush, a reality check for anyone thinking this 10-2 start is good enough, and an alert straight from the medical room before a primetime showdown. Do you think this roster is really ready to line up against anyone in the AFC? You won't believe what we've got today. So get comfortable, drop a like, and let's dive straight into it. Let's start with a change that hits the heart of this offense: protecting Drake May's blindside. With Will Campbell out for at least 4 games, the New England Patriots are turning left tackle over to a familiar face in Foxborough, Lowe. That's where the mix of excitement and nerves really kicks in for this fan base. Lowe is back in the starting lineup after a rough 2024. He was the primary left tackle, struggled against top edge rushers, and finished the year with one of the highest penalty totals among offensive linemen in the league. A lot of people around New England were ready to say he should never start again. But there's a detail almost nobody knew. He played most of that season with a torn labrum in his shoulder. Even with that injury, Lowe stayed on the field, helped the run game, and still managed one of the craziest moments of the year, lining up as an eligible receiver and catching that trick play touchdown against the Los Angeles Rams. After the season, he had surgery, rehabbed through the offseason, stayed quiet, worked his way back, and earned another shot. Now, with Campbell on IR and the Patriots at 10-2, Lowe gets maybe the biggest opportunity of his career. He's already said the opportunity means everything, and that he's ready to hold it down while the rookie heals up. The question is simple: can you trust him? If he really is healthy, with cleaner technique and fewer penalties, the impact is huge. A stable Lowe on the blind side keeps May clean, keeps the playbook wide open, and helps this team keep chasing that #1 seed. But if the same 2024 issues show up again, this could quietly become the biggest weakness of the stretch run. Be honest. Do you trust this new Lowe to be the bodyguard for the future of the franchise? Mike Vrabel going out of his way to praise Lowe publicly after that solid appearance against the Bengals is not random. When your head coach makes it clear he trusts a guy to start in prime time, that sends a message to the locker room and to the fan base. He earned this shot. The plan will include help from tight ends and running backs and smart play calling, but at the end of the day, that one-on-one on the edge still runs through Lowe's hands. If that first storyline shakes up the offense, the second one flips a spotlight, and maybe a little hope, on the other side of the ball. Because even with how good this Mike Vrabel defense has been, there's one thing everyone in Foxborough sees: they still need one more reliable pass rusher. Someone who can go hunt on 3rd down and in the red zone. And that's exactly where a name that a lot of people glossed over starts picking up steam: Morgan Fox, currently on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. We're not talking about a rookie. This is a veteran with nearly a decade in the league, 183 tackles and 27.5 career sacks. A guy who has flipped drives with timely pressure. Fox, 31, put together solid seasons with the Los Angeles Chargers and flashed with the Falcons. He's not a superstar, but he's exactly that under-the-radar type of move that tends to explode when the fit is right. And the right fit might be New England. Vrabel's scheme loves this profile: a defensive lineman who can line up as a 3-tech or a 5-tech, slide inside in subfronts, and generate pressure without constant exotic blitzes. You know, those plays where the defense just needs that extra half second to force a bad throw or kill a drive. That's where Fox comes in. Over his last seasons with the Chargers, he racked up 15.5 sacks, constantly showing up as an important piece in the rotation. No drama, no noise, just a veteran who helps the defense get off the field. Here's the detail that makes this feel real. He's on a practice squad. Any team in the league can sign him straight to the 53-man roster. No picks, no blockbuster trade, no cap circus. It's basically, if you want him, commit to a role and go get him. From the Patriots' point of view, they'd add a pass rusher with playoff experience, get another weapon for 3rd down, and reduce how often they need to blitz just to create pressure. From Fox's side, he'd get off a practice squad, step into a structured defense with a defined role, and join a team alive in the playoff hunt. There's no official report, yet, that the Patriots have reached out to the player or his camp. But every time you see this combo, a team with a clear need, a productive veteran buried on a practice squad, and a scheme that fits his tool set almost perfectly, you know the kind of move that can suddenly blow up. If the Patriots decide it's time to push this defense from very good to dominant, Morgan Fox looks like a realistic, affordable, plug-and-play target. Now let's zoom out and talk about the bigger picture, because this third story hits your heart, your pride, and your expectations. The 2025 New England Patriots are living something that would have sounded crazy just 2 years ago. 10 wins in their first 12 games and the number one seed in the AFC, an explosive offense, a defense that intimidates everyone, and a team that looks like it's back among the league's elite. But with all of that comes the question no one can dodge. Are we seeing this team's ceiling, or is there still another level? The headline of this season is obviously Drake May. The kid flipped this offense in the best possible way. Against the Bengals, he posted the highest passing yardage of his career. Quick reads, confidence throwing deep, working through progressions, owning the 2-minute drill. He's playing like someone who understands the weight of that Patriots jersey. But giving all the credit to the quarterback would be selling the rest of this roster short. Kayshon Boutte has turned into one of the most dangerous deep threats in the league. Jalen Hawkins has found his peak in Vrabel's system and is now one of the best safeties in football. And Marcus Jones? He's a defensive cheat code. From elite punt returner to maybe the best slot corner in the NFL, he changes the math on every drive. The new arrivals changed everything too. Stephon Diggs brought leadership and big play energy. Mac Hollins became that physical wideout who wins in traffic and bails you out on 3rd and short. Milton Williams was wrecking people on the interior before getting hurt. And Robert Spillane has been a monster against the run. Add the rookie class. Campbell, Tre'Von Henderson, Jared Wilson, Craig Woodson, and even kicker Andy Borregales are contributing like veterans and making clutch plays. All of that built this 9-game win streak. But there's one thing nobody inside the building is ignoring. The schedule helped. A lot. The Patriots came into the year with one of the easiest strengths of schedule in the league, and it has stayed soft. New England has faced more struggling teams than any other contender. That's merit, but it's not a guarantee this group is ready to steamroll everyone in a playoff run. Then there's the investment. The front office poured money into this roster, spending far more in free agency than last year's Super Bowl champion and loading up with 4 picks in the top 100. This 10-2 record isn't some random Cinderella story, it's close to the baseline of what you expect after that kind of spending. The fans are living a dream, no doubt. But that doesn't mean you ease up on expectations. With Campbell and Jared Wilson hurt, Milton Williams out, and some tough games still ahead, the pressure has to go up, not down. This team already showed it can look like a number 1 seed. Now it has to prove it can finish as the best team in football when every snap feels like a playoff snap. The fourth storyline taps into the thing that always makes fans nervous: the medical report. And right before Monday Night Football against the New York Giants, the Patriots had one of those estimated injury reports, since neither team actually practiced on Thursday. Even as a projection, it says a lot about how tight things are physically inside this locker room. Up front, the offensive line was already banged up and now takes more hits. Guard Jared Wilson, a crucial piece inside, is dealing with an ankle injury, the same issue that took him out for a big part of that Bengals game. Brendan Schooler, one of the best special teamers in the league, is listed with an ankle problem too. The list doesn't stop there. Harold Landry, a key part of the pass rush rotation, would not have been ready to go because of a knee issue. Veteran tackle Morgan Moses shows up with an illness. Tight end C.J. Dippre, a young player the staff has been developing, appears out with a back issue. You also see Christian Barmore listed as a limited participant for non-injury related other. Any limitation tied to one of the pillars of your defensive line is something you monitor closely. On the other side, The Giants expect rookie quarterback Jackson Dart to be a full participant after clearing concussion protocol, which sets him up to start on Monday night. But a big chunk of that New York defense is also banged up, which tells you this matchup is going to be a test of depth, toughness, and who holds up in the fourth quarter. The Patriots are expected to get back to practice on Friday, and until then, every update matters. In a season where every detail can swing the race for the number one seed, every name on that injury report carries weight. Patriots Nation, after a day full of twists, the message is clear. This team is alive, focused, and staring at a massive opportunity. But nothing in the NFL comes easy. The change at left tackle, the potential upgrade in the pass rush, the pressure to prove this 10-2 start is just the beginning, and the medical alarms before a primetime game all point to a group that has to answer the bell every single week. This is the stretch where real contenders separate themselves. So, tell me, do you believe this roster has what it takes to hold on to that AFC lead all the way to the finish line? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because this season is just getting started.